Welcome to Hidden Cove Campground in Arley, Alabama. This is your gatehouse, and this is where you will come through and stop to register for your site. This is where you check into. This is also the front office where you will get all the things that you need, like ice and games and such. Now do watch carefully your GPS. I would stay on CR 12, which will bring you pretty much in here. And you have to be careful because it will try to take you on some backcountry roads. So what you do is you stop here. If the gate's open, it's probably best to pull over because there's a lot of people that are trying to get in and out. They don't assign sites here, so you'll have to go through and pick out your site and call it back in later. I wouldn't suggest unhooking here because it is unlevel. We pulled off to level ground and unhooked just right up the road. When you first get in, you will come into the office and you will pick up your packet information right at the front desk. You will find your packets laying clearly. This old Victrola is always playing country music when I come in here. There's a couple of chairs where you can sit and rest. This is a small office, but this is where you'll find your books and DVDs if you want to borrow them and bring them back. Inside the office is where you'll find your balls and putters for your miniature golf. At the office, there's also a cabinet where you pick up all your goodies for outside sports. FedEx packages and UPS packages are also accepted here. They will be left in the office and you come by and pick them up. Most other things like the mail and some of your Amazon packages will be dropped off at the post office, and they'll just lay out on the counter your slip, and you will go about 10 minutes away from here and pick up your package. You can also purchase ice here in the big cooler. Hidden Cove is divided up into 3 loops, A, B, and C. So I'm going to take you on this tour beginning with A loop. Don't worry, it's very well marked here, so it's easy to get around without getting lost. And we're going to go straight to the playground, which is an A loop. This is a little bit of an older playground, but well maintained. They have a slide, swings, and a little gazebo. I have not seen a metal slide in forever. That's kind of what I've been used to, and they have one here. Man, I remember these metal slides like it was yesterday. Did they get hot in the summer? Oh, and there they go. Woo! Way to go, making it all the way up to the top. Nice job. There's a cute little backhoe here in the sandbox. You can sit on and dig out the sand if you want. My favorite are the swings. I used to love to swing real high and jump out of my seat like you're not supposed to. If your children get hot and sweaty, they have a cute little red gazebo to come and sit down and get away from the sun. This is pretty cool. Little jungle gym with lots of platforms on it. Just looking at this makes me want to climb up there and expend some energy. The horseshoes are close to the playground. The horseshoes themselves are right here in the horseshoe pit. Just pretty nice to have them right here, so they're available as soon as you come to the horseshoe ring. The miniature golf is a tiny little area. There's no greenery on the little sites. There is concrete, but I'm sure it's still fun to play. There are a few trees and bushes that allow some shade here for the summer. Your miniature golf area is made out of brick and cement. Looks like it's been homemade and functional. They have definitely created obstacles for you to overcome. There's a nice covered place to rest beside the miniature golf. There's a beautiful lake observation deck not far from here, as well as a few cabins. This is cabin number 9 that overlooks the beautiful lake that's here. They have a nice deck off of cabin number 9 along with a grill. Not all rental cabins are the same, but I couldn't help but film this one. It's got a beautiful view. The observation deck here is absolutely gorgeous. It has picnic tables to allow some picnicking, as well as a gorgeous view of Lake Smith. The picnic tables on the observation deck are covered, so if it's raining or sprinkling, you can still continue to enjoy the view that is offered here. You have the choice of walking to the observation deck, or if you want to or need to, you can drive here and there's a few parking spaces available. You have beautiful views of rocks as well as the water. It's a beautiful view of the lake from the observation deck. There are lots of nice houses and boat docks here. There are a nice set of steps that allow you access to the rocks below. What a great place to come and sit and just meditate and enjoy nature. You can hear the water against the rocks. So calming. Can you see the natural rock steps leading right into the lake? On a nice warm day, it makes you want to just come in here and hit the water. Found some evidence of fishing going on down here. What a great little rock for a photo shoot option. Your roads are graveled along the way. In section A, all the sites are 50 amp full hookups. There are 2 bathhouses on the campground. There's one in section A as well as one in section C. These host both your bathrooms, your showers, as well as your laundry facility. This is section A. There are 2 washers, 2 dryers, a folding table, a place to hang your clothes, and a place to sit down if you want to. The washers take quarters only, and they cost $1.50 each. The dryers here are out of order right now, so we'll check out the laundry facility in section C as well. These also take quarters and are $1.25. I don't see any hours for the laundry room, so perhaps it's 24/7. If you don't want to sit inside, then you can also sit outside and wait for your laundry. This bench is close enough to the laundry room and bathroom facility that you can use it for that, or it's right next to the park, so you can watch your children play as well. A very multifunctional bench. Let's check out the women's facility at this campground. You can be your own judge to whether you like this bathhouse or not. Now that's one big mosquito. Wouldn't want to get bit by that one. It suck a lot of blood. I can attest to the heaters work very well in here. There are 2 sinks with 2 mirrors. Your bathroom stalls have louver doors on them. Just an ordinary toilet, but they do have rails on there if you have a hard time getting up and down. There are 2 showers with shower curtains on them. It appears that they're a little bit bigger, so you have a little changing room. There's a seat to sit down and change your clothes. You can set your bag on the bench or hang it up with your towels on these hooks. So this is very interesting. Your shower is right there. After you pull the curtain to adjust the water, the knobs are in the little changing area. There are 2 dumpsters here in the campground. There is one in section A in front of the bathhouse, as well as another one in section C. Fred says this is the campground of pontoon boats. You can park them in the designated area for the boat launch, as well as have these pontoon boats at your camping site. The designated tent site is in the middle of the campground. There are 2 or 3 picnic tables in this area to share, a couple of campfire rings, but every site does have electricity. If you continue straight on the road from the front gate, you will find the boat launch. The boat launch is down the hill. There are no RVs beyond this point. There's no place to turn around, i.e., top of the hill. The boat launch is paved, which is very nice because the rest of the area is all gravel. Looks like we just missed somebody pulling their boat out of the water. You can still see the wet tracks from it being towed out. Even though you can't swim here, there's no reason you can't sit at the edge of the dock of the bay and soak your feet a little bit, waste some time. Off the launch, you can follow the little bridge across to the boat slips. Lots of boats speeding away, trying to get back before dark, I guess. Inside the little metal boathouse, there's a beautiful view of the clubhouse looking over the water, just sitting right there on the rock. There are many coves hidden within this lake, And right here is a tiny little waterfall. From the boat launch, you can walk over, and there's a bridge that'll take you over to Section C, or you can come from Section C and visit the top part of the waterfalls. Coming straight in from the office before you see the boat launch, you're going to see the sign that has an arrow to B Loop, C Loop, the pool, and the clubhouse. To get to these places, you are going to turn left and cross this small little bridge. And it's perfectly okay to cross with your RV. Very safe. We did it. From the little bridge, you can see the creek that runs down to the waterfalls. There are a lot of signs here, so you won't have any trouble finding out where to go. Once you cross the bridge, you're going to turn right following the sign, and this is where you're going to find B Loop and the clubhouse. There are about 21 sites on B Loop. They're a little bit smaller than A Loop and C Loop sites. B Loop has full hookups, but they are 30 amp only. Here's a cool site from B Loop. It has gravel on it and it overlooks the lake. Check out this view from this site. Absolutely gorgeous. This is B7. B Loop is the 30 amp site. Oops, I walked over here. Just to show you, B site is a full hookup. All the sites come with a picnic table. Each site has a fire ring, whether it be with rocks or metal. Some sites are next to a field. Isn't that cool? The sun is beginning to set. Lots of clouds in the sky. So what's pretty awesome about Loop B is you should feel safe. It's very close to the storm shelter that's here on Hidden Cove Campground. Have you ever seen a storm shelter? Let's take a peek. This one looks like it's been freshly painted. Little echo in here. And some seats where you can sit down and ride out the storm. In front of the clubhouse, overlooking this beautiful river once again, is a pavilion. It has a grill here and several picnic tables if you want to host a party, as well as electric. The views here are stunning from the top of the hills. We've made it to the clubhouse that overlooks the boat launch. There is parking up here if you need to drive or bring your golf cart or bikes. The clubhouse is open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. The clubhouse has a nice deck that goes around to the back. You can see the boat slips and the boat launch from here. A little bit about Lake Smith. Smith Lake Dam is one of the largest earth and rock-filled dams in the eastern United States. Smith Lake is absolutely gorgeous. Red seems to be the color here, as you can sit out here on a red bench and look out over the lake. The clubhouse reminds me of a little church. The shape of it, I guess. Maybe because it's just serene, sitting on top of a hill, overlooking all of God's beauty. And what do I see when I walk in? But a replica of a little church. An old piano with a hymn book. You don't see these laying around too often anymore. I was raised on a good Southern hymn book. They have a table full of games and puzzles for you to be able to use. Make sure you explore the cabinets in here, because that's where you're going to find more games and some books. Let's check out these cabinets. So if you're looking for something to read, they offer a little something for you here. The TV area is so cozy. It has tables and chairs, as well as couches, a TV, and a fireplace. If you notice, there's windows on every wall so that you can enjoy the views. The clubhouse has bathrooms, as well as a center area that has a water fountain and more tables for gathering. This kind of looks like the eat and meeting area. Not very well lit in here, but I've been walking this campground for a while. It's time for me to use the facilities. On the other side of the clubhouse, it's set up for children. There's a play area with lots of cool things to do. There's Legos where you can build the community and cool train tracks with trains on them as well. There's another TV area with couches and a TV set, high top tables and chairs. There are 2 pool tables as well as a ping pong table and foosball. I love the little machine. Put a quarter in and get a ping pong ball out. The equipment that you need for the clubhouse is right here in the clubhouse. Apparently most of your parks like the huge Connect 4 game. We see them at a lot of the parks that we tour. We have this friendly checker game back at the RV, a nice Cracker Barrel edition. Outside of the clubhouse there is a large fire pit. Nice to have a community bonfire, roast marshmallows, and make s'mores. If you continue straight up from the bridge, you will come to Sea Loop, where you will find one of the newest loops. It's probably a couple years old, but it is the newer one. You'll find the pool, and this is also 50 amp full hookup. And from what the office staff says, the Wi-Fi here is pretty decent. So stay to the end and hear Fred's Cellular report to see how it goes. Check out this cute little bridge. Crosses over this little creek. It goes to the big bridge that goes to the waterfalls and into the lake. If you're really quiet, you can hear the water trickling down the little brook. Sea Loop, there's a huge field, and it's not on the map. But Lou and Angie, look what I found at Hidden Cove at Sea Loop. One of your favorite games, disc golf. So when you're in Alabama, you can come and play. Your dumpsters on Section C look just like the dumpsters on Section A, but a little bit closer depending on where you're parked. If you want to get a tan here, there's plenty of loungers. It's a beautiful pool. The pool is open 9 a.m. to dark. I'm not sure why, but that water looks so blue. Absolutely gorgeous. So you can enter the pool from your right side or your left side. Nice steps right down into the water. Follow the concrete and you will find the pool showers. These are just for rinsing off and not for actually showering, so make sure you keep your suit on here. It says so on the sign. If you want a real shower, go to those bathhouses located in A and C loops. The pool showers have 2 sinks and 2 mirrors. There are 4 stalls here with louver doors. You have a nice shower head. These showers are inserts. There are 3 showers in here, but remember these are the pool showers and it is instructed for you to keep on your swimming suit and to rinse off only in here. And here we are at Section C. This is where Fred and I chose. You gotta know when they said Cellular is better here, this is where we'd end up. Loop C bathhouse is much newer than Loop A. And I told you to take you in here because number 1, it's newer, and number 2, the dryers were broken in Loop A's. So Loop C, the laundry room, is about the same size, but it is definitely newer. These washing machines take quarters only. They are front loading and are $1.50 each. The 2 dryers also take quarters only and cost $1.25 per load, as well as a nice big sink for washing things out and a folding table. Well, there's a quarter left over there, but we will leave that for the person who left it. They might come look for it. They have nice parking here, so if you need to bring your laundry up in your car, you most certainly can. And the bathhouses are well lit at night, making it much easier to come if you need to go in the middle of the night and find your way. There are 5 bathroom stalls, 4 regular and 1 handicapped, with nice actual closing doors. I love the newness of the bathroom, the nice floors and walls. There are 3 sinks in here. Has a huge mirror for putting makeup on, right? Check out that bathroom. I might even come in here and shower. Check out these shower heads. The handicap bathroom in here is huge. And beside it is a nice big area to pull in your wheelchair if you need. Place to sit and take care of business in here.
All right, It's time for the Hidden Cove Cellular Service Report. Well, first out of the gate is AT&T at 49.9 down. Very nice. Uploads at 21.3. Next up, we have T-Mobile, 29.7 down, and uploads at 1.29. And then we have Verizon at 3.56 down and 0.06 up. Well, there you go. So we had a great time at Hidden Cove and really enjoyed it. The lake was absolutely beautiful. Makes me want to go buy a boat. We'll see you next time.